Good morning. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to another vlog. And I am in the woods. If you have seen my other vlog on wildlife photography, where I attempted wildlife photography, that's where I am now. But I'm just coming out today. Standard objective of finding some shots of trees or nice woodland. Very flat light. Looked on my Clear Outside app, it was 100% low cloud, so I wasn't expecting anything, although it looks like there are some breaks. It's got a nice feel to it. There's lots of nature out. Seen some rabbits. A pheasant has fluttered away, scaring the life out of me. And I also saw some deer bobbing off into the distance. So when you're not looking for wildlife photography, it's nice to appreciate those things. But for woodland photography, I will have a tripod, a camera, and of course you need a tree enthusiast. So got all of those things. I'm going to head through the woodland. There's some parts that are more open because I am looking for 3 big shots. That's my target today. 3 shots that I'm happy with. So I can talk you through the composition, talk about what I'm looking for in the woodland, and hopefully make some nice images. So let's see what we find. So as I'd said, my objective today is to try and get 3 real keepers. I don't want to say bangers because that's what everyone seems to say, but yes, bangers. 3 shots that I would really like to, I'd be happy to print and frame, I'd be happy to sell, I'd be happy to post. So I found this, the other side, sorry, this tree here that's beautiful, full of character, but I am passing it by because the conditions today, as I said, the light is quite flat. It's a very, very messy woodland, meaning there's just lots of stuff all around, lots of distractions, and that tree would need some light on it, and predictably, let's all say, some mist in the background would make it look even better. So lovely shot, lovely tree, but that's not going to work for today. So as I say, we'll push on. There's some lovely silver birch woodland up ahead here, but I think if I pass through there, I get some more open ground, and I think that will be, those kinds of shots will be more forgiving of this light. So let's push on. So peaceful in woodland, I absolutely love it here. And there's so many trees with character that would be great for shots at another time with some better conditions, but all you can hear is the birds and nothing else. Heaven. What's also really nice about this woodland is, I'm just checking I'm continuously in focus, is people aren't allowed to walk dogs here, or they're not supposed to. There's a sign saying no dog walking. Now I am a huge dog fan, but it just cuts down the amount of people, because that's the main reason I think people come to woodland if they're not photographers or perhaps walking, but a small woodland like this, I feel like the main reason you would probably come here would be to walk a dog, so it's completely quiet. And just the view through the beech trees, it just seems to go on forever. This forest, I love it. Good times. Good times. Okay, this is going to be my first shot, I think, this time. So I found this interesting looking tree. It's actually lying sort of across it, if it's fallen or just growing that way. It's not dead. But I've actually come around because that angle where it was on the side again was messy, because there's all of this really interesting sort of trees in the background over here, but they just distract at the back of the picture. But I've come around and I've found a clearing where it just sits between these 2 trees. Unfortunately, we lose the shape of it lying, but I think it makes for quite a nice symmetrical kind of composition. There's really bright green moss in the foreground, then there's a layer of dead bracken that's quite a nice sort of tan brown, light brown, and then just off in the distance you can see the faded sort of dark layer of the tree. So there's some nice layers. The horizon does cut across the back of the tree, but I can't do much about that, so I really like it. I've got the 35mm on. I'm shooting it wide open at 1.8 because I want to throw the background out of focus, and because of the bright sky that's given me 1/2000th of a second shutter speed at ISO 100. So the challenge in editing that will just be bringing the foreground up, because obviously the camera is focusing or exposing at the moment for the sky, and just bringing it down a bit. But the histogram looks good, so I'm going to shoot that now, and hopefully this time you will see the photo, and that is numero uno in the bag. Yeesh. This composition, put my cap on properly, is really exciting. I'm actually quite anxious about it when I found it, because it's so beautiful. It's really still today, which is so important with woodland photography. If you've got things moving around, it can really disrupt the process. And this pool of water is so still. It's like a mirror, it's like glass. It's absolutely incredible. And there's all these trees just on the fringes of the pond, I suppose you'd call it, or yeah, on the pond. And so all of these characterful branches are getting it, and there's just so much to shoot. The issue is there's reeds in the foreground that slightly get in the way. So I think I'm going to shoot a panoramic shot across, cutting the top of the trees off, but also so that line between the reflection and the trees is sort of in the centre of the frame. So I'm going to try that one. I'm also probably going to try a couple of wider shots of getting the whole scene in from different places, but wow, it's a wow moment. So there's definitely shot number 2 here. I'm just not quite sure which one of those it's going to be, but you will see whichever one it is after this. Enjoy. Right, as I make my way back away from the beautiful reflection you can still see behind me, I'm going to do that emotion piece to camera, yeah. Start talking about the beauty. That really, I don't think I've been that excited about a shot for a while actually. I've been out with the camera a lot and found shots that I'm really pleased with, but that was a real sort of heart-stopping moment, if you like. Some people won't have a clue what I mean by that one just by looking at some trees and a reflection, but when you know that there's a good shot there. I'm rambling, and I said to myself I wouldn't ramble this time. It's lovely to be out. Lockdown is getting to that point, I'm sure, with everybody, where it's just like, yeah, okay, that's enough, we've done that. Please can we move on to something else? I say something else, I mean normal life, obviously. Right, so I found my last shot, and it's a very typical Ben kind of shot because it's the characterful tree. Characterful? Tree with character? Maybe characterful. But this tree that's really gnarled but quite even the way its branches are spreading left and right. I don't know what kind of a tree it is. I think it's probably an oak or a beech tree. I don't know which. I need to learn about trees. But what I do like is that in the background there are some silver birch trees that are quite uniform and vertical, and that contrasts against the gnarly, twisted nature of the branches of the tree that I'm shooting. So, and we're just starting to get a little bit of nice ambient light coming from above the clouds. You'll be able to see it on my face. This will be the last shot. I'm really happy, I think, with the three. Possibly the first one's the one I'm least happy with, but certainly the reflections in this one will be a nice finish to the day, and I can get back home for my bacon sandwich and coffee. It just sounds amazing right now. Spring is definitely on the way though. I'm seeing lots of green buds and shoots and things on the floor, where there'll be some wildflowers coming out soon. I'm sure they're not the right words to use either, but there we go. I'm not a plant specialist, but there's lots of green things on the floor where I think flowers will come soon. Thank you for watching another vlog. Hopefully this one's been a little bit shorter than the last, and you enjoy those 3 shots that I've got, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Beauty.
If you enjoyed the video, please support the channel and give it a like, and even a comment if you're feeling adventurous. If you want to see more, then hit subscribe, and be sure to check out all my photos on Instagram at Ben M. Rousel. Thanks so much, and see you soon.